Good morning, Evergreen Rotary. Say the pledge of allegiance. Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, and can you hear me? Okay, now before we pass.
Other things we can say of it, is the truth, is it fair to all concerned, will build goodwill, will be beneficial.
Okay, do we have any guests? Adrian? Okay, come on up and talk about our guests. I see one suspicious guy.
Good morning. So we have Gail Meyer, who's here with camera.
Who's outside?
I think she's and we're excited that Earl came back from Denmark. And we're excited that we have Dr. Lovejoy. Thank you, and let's see, Rose. Thank you. And we have I was a Girl Scout. So thank you.
Wonderful. Do we have any guests on Zoom? Not particularly. There she is. Good morning. Okay, I've got now my Sergeant at Arms report. And so Fizz, will you come on up and try and keep this a little bit civil? Thank you, Scott. As a matter of fact, we gotta get rid of that picture. They can do a picture for Jen, so it can't be the positive. Promotion. What?
I thought when the ChatGPT made it and get used.
All right, here we go. Today, the Russell, you.
I'm working on it. There you go.
Of course, one of the things we do every single month is we talk about those birthdays and anniversaries, and you can see the list here going back there. Marcia Walsh, who had her birthday on July 5th. And we also have the anniversaries, and here's some of the anniversaries for today. Joe Spaulding, Kim Rudd, Bill Manning, and Gene Myers, John Olson, and Chris Hoyle. And I just thought we could take this time to talk about a Rotarian. And I'm going to call this episode Get to Know Your Rotarian. So because there are certain fun facts you may not know about your Rotarian that, and during this time, perhaps you can dig out what's true and what's not true. And I would like to start my Get to Know Your Rotarian with a gentleman who got me involved Rotary, my dear friend and neighbor, Bill Manning. Did you know that every 4th of July, Bill Manning dresses up as George Washington, and he goes around our Troutdale neighborhood handing out American flag decals and also picking up pine cones. He goes to everybody's house and he picks up pine cones. Unfortunately, his wife, Marsha Washington, does not join him on these adventures. Did you also know that Bill Manning was once one of the top milers in the state of Kansas? He won the 1976 mile championship with a time of, what was it, 4:25?
Something less than that.
But at the time, it was like a Roger Bannister, because we're going back, almost 50 years. 50 years? We are going back 50 years. He became a brilliant miler. As a matter of fact, his high school, Wichita Cape Mountain Carmel, also was in the same neighborhood as Jim Ryan, one of the greatest milers in the history of the world. All-American, a world champion, and Bill got to train with him. But Bill also, when he graduated Kansas State University, got into triathlons, swimming, running, and biking all over the world. And as you can tell, he was quite a physical specimen. My only question is, the location of the competitive number, why there? So now we know more about the Rotarian, and I'm so glad I asked that question before this young man came into the studio audience. What happened? So those are things you didn't know about Bill Manning yet. Now you know. Thank you. Okay. And also, thank you for his wife for sending me those pictures.
Okay, so birthday, so I have a small gift for you. Has anyone heard of a Chinese finger trap? Okay, so Harold, I would like you to come up here and sample the Chinese finger trap. Okay, now put your finger inside one side and then put your other finger inside the other side and show us how you get out of this. Okay, there you go. All right, now hold. Okay, great. All right, what's the birthday people? Just pass out some Chinese finger traps for the birthday people.
Youth is wasted on the young.
Oh my gosh, that's not the way you're supposed to.
You put the wrong finger in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now we're going to do a pause for the pause. Pastor Lovejoy, would you please come up, and he's going to talk. He's a pastor in Kittredge, and he's going to give us an update on what's happening with a lot of the flood victims. And he was there, just knee deep in helping the community at that time when we had the floods.
Wow, I don't know how to forward that finger thing. What an honor to be here, Mr. President. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. Excuse my accent, I'm from the deep south. You all know, deep south, from Zimbabwe originally. I was a pastor of this church 25 years ago. I left, and then they just called me back 2 years ago. A few weeks ago, everybody was about to go to their beds and sleeping, and all of a sudden, troublesome gulls just opened for us. And we were flooded like I've never seen before. I've never experienced that. There was once that kind of a flood before, but this time it was terrible. From the Red Cross and the evaluation committee, we have over 25 houses that were affected. 3 months ago, when I came back to the church, I said to my church, because we once went through the flood, we need to engage the Jefferson County roads and bridges to start working on our roads.
But they had said no to me, but don't say no to me. So I went into their offices and they started helping us clean up all the gullies, and also we put a gutter as if I knew that flood was coming. So when the flood hit us this time, we were not affected in the church. But we were able to host our families. We put our sanctuary into we were providing breakfast, and we have showers, and we were providing showers. We were providing towels, bedding, and food, meals. And I want to thank ECHO for coming in, helping us, and the Boy Scouts, all troops, your troop, and our troop that we host. We were able to go in and help the homes and the victims that were there. I'm just overwhelmed with the needs that we have. Right now, we have about 2 families that don't have electricity, but we're working with the different companies to provide that. But it has also brought our business community together through the Kittredge Improvement Fund, and all the business communities are working with us and helping us with that. We helped a lot of families that did not have meals, and we were delivering meals. And I want to thank the Evergreen Parks and Recreation. They did an awesome job. They came in and helped us incredible, and we worked with them. And also want to thank the Jefferson County response team, just came in timely. But the Red Cross went out of their way to help us now, provide hotel vouchers for people to go into hotels. So we have people into their hotels, but some of the people are not even allowed to go back into their homes yet. Although we're helping them with the cleaning, and we're also not only helping them with the cleaning, but we're also helping them with supplies. We have a furniture drive that we did. We don't need more furniture right now. We're overwhelmed. We don't have a space to keep the furniture. But in 2 weeks, we're going to have a big garage sale, free sale for the furniture for the community to come and grab as much furniture as they can. And we're going to do it in our parking lot. But also in reopening the park for the kids, we are running a World Cup soccer camp. I don't know who you think is going to win the soccer cup, but we're winning. We're the ones that are winning, and we're bringing all the children in the community to do, at the park. So on your desk, there is something there. There's a QR code that you can get and register your grandkids or your great-grandkids. Would love them to have. It's coming next week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And one of the things that we're doing now is bringing all the community together on Labor Day weekend on the 5th. We're doing a very big celebration and just thanking God that we are safe, and we're doing our Cannon Fest festival, and we're bringing all the community, and we're celebrating and just thanking God for lives that were saved. One thing that touched me the most was someone's ashes were floating into the river, and they were in an urn, and they were floating in the river. And when the community picked those ashes, they did not know who they belonged to. And on the ashes, on the urn, it's written Wendy is her name. And Wendy is in our church right now because nobody has claimed Wendy, and nobody has known that Wendy was floating. The needs are real, and we want to thank, we've just been overwhelmed, guys. And I want to thank the fire department, not only the fire department, but also thank the whole business communities. They came in, they brought water, food, and we became the center of that until Jefferson County finally came in and gave us water. And because our water was contaminated for a while, but it's now drinkable. I trust them. And although we still have a lot of cleaning up to do, but volunteers are needed. If you want to help, please let us know. Through my president, and we'll love to have you come and help us. We're helping one family at a time. In Africa, we say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Thank you, Lovejoy. for the update. Terrible tragedy in our own community. Okay, next I would like to do a U Rock Award, and this is Kayla Montani. I'm shamelessly stealing the U Rock Award. I would like Katie and Harold to come up. Okay, so Katie, you tirelessly helped this club. You've been a member for 4 years now? Or
Something like that.
Okay, coffee every morning, you come in early and make us all coffee. Katie was an exchange student, and she hosted an exchange student, and our exchange student Harold is back with us today, and also working so much on events and a wonderful Change of the Guard party that you put on. And so I would like you to pick one of these polished rocks, choose whichever one you like, which suits you. You could take one home too, Harold.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you very much, you rock. Okay, announcements. Do we have any announcements? Okay, remember, we try to keep these to 60 seconds or less, or you have to wear the dreaded flower.
Does anyone here like to hike? Raise your hand if you do. I thought I'd try and organize maybe once a month a gathering of Rotarians to take a hike. Casual. Thinking next Friday after Rotary, anybody wants to take a hike? I thought we'd go to Squaw Mountain. The Squaw Mountain Trail is 20 minutes up 103. It's 4.2 miles, 860 feet of vertical, and it's a nice gradual hike, and it goes to a old fire lookout at the top. So enjoyable hike for a couple hours. Anybody wants to join, come dressed next week, and we'll all gather ourselves together. Thank you.
So we are excited. The next 2 days is Summerfest. So we hope to see you in the park for Center for the Arts and see amazing artists, bands, everything. Food, drink.
Cold beer.
Yes, yes. So he'll be serving. Thank you.
Going the wrong way, I'm bucking the trend. Katie Pro, I just want to remind everybody there's a Youth Services Committee meeting right after this meeting.
That was a record.
Sorry.
You rock.
Hi, I'm Patrice. I can't believe it was just a year ago I was going to Kenya with Mindy and Cindy Rold. And I just wanted to remind you that the Center of Love Foundation, the Immersive Service Troop, has 4 Rotarians on it this year, actually 5 including me. And so if anybody has last minute donations, I have a QR code with me for Kick It for Wash. It will go to anything from sanitary products for young women to food that we're making that day with precious clean water. So see me, QR code, checks, cold hard cash accepted.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kimra. I have 2 announcements today. First, thank you for your Echo Food Bank donations. We have over 35 pounds and a gift card, so all of our community members appreciate your generosity. I'm standing in for Richard Ayler. If you didn't bring your donations this month, please bring them next month, so thank you. My second announcement is that we're going to have a bench dedication in memory of Annette 2 weeks from today. We'll be traveling from here to Marshdale. Like to see you there.
My name's Eric Gill. I'm standing in for the Downtown Business Association. Speaking of floods info, so Main Street obviously got hit with that same amount of water that came down over the bridge. Long story short, we have the MW Derby coming up in 2 weeks, and so a bunch of community members and Downtown Business Association members are going to be cleaning up the creek from the spillway all the way down to Highland Haven. So if anybody has any free time on Monday or Tuesday next week, we'd love your help. If it's just an hour, if it's 3 hours, yes, we'll be in the creek a little bit, grabbing all that debris out. We've got dumpsters placed along Main Street so we can put all that debris in. We've got some professional help as well. The water district's helping us. The Rosslow's Trust has hired some companies, but we still need more victims or volunteers, whatever you want to call it. Come down to Main Street, 9 o'clock on Main Street. We're meeting at, they can help me, Cactus Jacks. Thank you.
Good morning, Gary Ervick. Just a weekly reminder that on August 22nd, we're going to have our 5th annual pickleball tournament in honor of our son that passed away 6 years ago. It's at Mount Vernon Country Club or Kenyon Club. It's a great day from 9 till about 4. Great play. Come and play. Just come. We've got food, we've got drink, we've got entertainment, and it's a great day, and it's also a great contribution for 4 scholarships this year to members of the University of Colorado Boulder students. So we're hoping to raise close to $30,000 this year, and with your help, we can do it. Thank you.
Hey, Scott, a quick announcement. I just want to congratulate everyone. The longest announcement we had was 44 seconds. I know we have the red card if you go over 1 minute. So congratulations, you all honored the rules and regulations of our tournament. Now, I just quickly wanted to say, I made fun of Bill Manning, but I also wanted to let you know about his heart. He is a true mensch. This past week, he went up to Ryle for 2 days. He hiked the mountain with the kids, and that is the very definition of him. He is service of upsell. Here we go.
All right. I guess that's my last slide. That's good. We're doing great on time. How many people here participated in scouting when you were growing up? Go ahead and stand up. Let's see you stand up. Stand up. Okay. How many people reached their Girl Scout goal or their Boy Scout, Eagle Scout? Everyone sit down. All right. Wow, look at this. All right, I'm an Eagle Scout also, and I know, how come you're not standing? All right, Ted, would you like to introduce our next speaker, please?
I think Alan teaching me how to use his microphone. It really is a sweet spot right on the top. So actually, it's really a great pleasure to talk about scouting because when I grew up in Dayton, Ohio, my family was the only Chinese family in southern Ohio in the 50s. And actually moving there from Chinatown, New York, I was very isolated. And my parents didn't know what to do with me. And honestly, starting probably in the 4th grade, I had a knock on the door, and a kid said, "Why don't you join us? Well, let's try this thing called Cub Scouting." And actually, that was the beginning of a journey for me in scouting. It was a journey for me in life, because scouting was my window to the world. And this merit badge, so I was an Eagle Scout by the time I was 15. But this actually is my journey in the community. And one of the merit badges here was the simple thing of actually first aid. That was my first introduction to a physician outside an office setting. And just to meet a physician in his home setting, and every one of these merit badges was going into someone's home, a counselor. And it really gave me structure to my life. And actually, I can owe that opportunity to get to know the community. There's a merit badge in here called Community Citizenship in the Community. That was my introduction to how community worked. And here you are, 13-year-old, 14-year-old boy, going into homes, talking to people. Now, part of scouting was also salesmanship. This is how I learned how to ask people for money. I still do it. I look for, I learned very early on, 12, 13, I went to a national jamboree. I had to earn money to go to that jamboree. And I would go into whole neighborhoods and start knocking on doors and just explain to people what I was doing and why I needed this little trinket that I was selling. And you're looking into people's eyes and really telling them what your purpose was. And people are so generous. So my journey in scouting And the other part of it that's interesting is I sewed all these merit badges on myself. And Doug pointed out, when I was 12, my handicap, my ability to sew was pretty poor. And it improved over time. So I would like to introduce Doug Boudreau, who happens to be a former Rotarian who lives about a mile from here. He's actually a neighbor. And he's going to describe the evolution of scouting today. Doug? So, by the way, Doug's background is he's a pharmacist dealing with radiopharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
So that's a fascinating area. So Doug?
Thank you.
Hey Doug, before you start, will you explain why there's so few Eagle Scouts?
Because it's very difficult to get.
No, it's because the fumes take over for the rest of
Oh, that's right, yes.
If you explain the fumes.
So there's fumes and females. Yes, fumes and females. So once a scout gets to be about 14 or 15, that kind of takes over and they kind of lose track in scouting. So, those of you that sat down, I know what happened. You failed to mention also that I was president of my 6th grade class as well. Yeah. It's the first 3 times. It's the first time I've heard of term limits and I've been against them ever since. Troop 737 is here in Evergreen. We serve Evergreen, Bailey, and Conifer. And for me, scouting was a very similar story. I was one of 7 kids. We were Catholic. My parents used the rhythm method. You heard of that? Actually, yeah. My dad called the rhythm method Vatican roulette. But they had 7 kids, and we were very, very poor, and it was in South Louisiana, where a lot of people were, that just lower income. And I had ADD and a lazy eye and dyslexia, and so I struggled very hard in school. And one day a kid comes to our school, a new kid, and his father happened to be the scoutmaster for the troop, and he invited me to join scouting. And let me tell you, it changed my life. It taught me how to finish projects, finish a task. And it really challenges you to be a better person. And where's the end of there? Go. I don't think this is going to play, so let's get to it. Go on or not?
Sign up.
Right? Scouting has changed dramatically since we were in scouting. They have a STEM program. The merit badges are 164 merit badges. They include architecture, physicians or healthcare providers. I talked about the STEM program, but they're shooting rockets into the sky now. It's an amazing program, and I certainly 100% believe in it. We are called the Mountain Troop, or a family troop. That means that we encourage all the parents to be involved as well as the scouts. We allow boys and girls, which is something completely new. It started about 7 years ago. And I want to tell you, the girls outperform the boys 10-1. Okay? I mean, the handwriting on these kids today, it's so bad when they're writing their reports. But it's really stepped up their game. The boys really do want to perform. Somebody asked me about the shotgun shell. Yeah. So that's an award after you've hit 5 out of 7 schemes. Okay? The girls outperform the boys on the ski sheet. It's incredible. It's a great, great program. So we're a family troop. Parents are involved. It's a scout-led troop, and that means that the scouts are in charge. They plan, they tell us where they want to go camping. They tell us what we're going to do at the meetings. They send the emails out to all the troop members to tell them what's going to happen. So it's a good program in letting the scouts become leaders, okay? And so part of their requirement status, I'll talk about it later, but part of their requirement status is that they have to have leadership positions in the troop. We serve the mountain communities, Conifer, as I said before, Evergreen, Bailey, and Idaho Springs. Safe and trusted. All adult leaders now go through an FBI background check, and then there's youth protection training. And that is every year, do a 90-minute video with a test after it about all the safety features of being an adult leader. Some of the things that we do is that no scout is alone with an adult, okay? It's always two adults with a scout. You can never email or do social media with a scout by yourself. A parent or another scout leader has to be on that email or communication. No texting by yourself. We do have a scout here. I forgot to recognize Caleb. I'm sorry, stand up. Caleb, what troop are you with? What troop are you with? And your rank is second? Yes. Second class. Okay. Thank you very much for being here. Okay. So we ingrain these teachings into our scouts, and if you want to join me, remember, on my honor, I will do my best to do my duty, to guide my country, to obey the scout law, to help other people at all times, keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. That's very good. That's our scout oath. And our law is we are trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. That's right. Now, how can you not love this club, right? I love you guys. That's great. All right, so we're telling these kids every meeting, at the beginning of every meeting, at the end of every meeting, at campouts, we do this, and it just ingrains in them the value of being a good person, a good citizen. And if you haven't ever heard of scouting, I don't know where you've been, but it's a really good program. Anyway, so our senior patrol leader is the highest scout. It's an elected position, and they're required to run all the meetings and do all the planning for the troop. We really do step back as adults and let them do what they're going to do until they're about to get hurt. That's our rule, okay? So we want to make sure that they're doing all the things that are required. Patrol leaders lead their little section of their patrol, which is usually 5 to 7 kids. The Scoutmaster provides mentorship, safety and oversight, and leadership guidance. Our Scoutmaster is Lisa Hansen. I don't know if you know Lisa. She is amazing. Her twins just got their Eagle Scout last year, and she was going to step down, and I said, I'm sorry, I'm the committee chair, so I'm over all of the adults in the troop. And I said, why? You're great. Stay. So she's going to stay with us, which is awesome. And then other parents have other duties. Assistant Scoutmaster, treasurer, secretary, things like that. All right, so what do? We go hiking, camping, backpacking, fishing, shooting sports. We have a $5 million shooting range at Peaceful Valley Scout Ranch in Elizabeth. I don't know how they spent $5 million, but they did. It's amazing. It's incredible. They have a trap shooting, skeet shooting. They have 5 skeet shooting stations. They have 22 rifle range, bow and arrows, axe throwing. I think I'm missing one. And all of these are merit badge required. In order to get the merit badge for rifle, they have to shoot a quarter 5 times. Iron sight, I think 25 to 50 yards downrange. It's pretty incredible. So, and there's safety. Before you even go on the range, you have to know the barrel is pointed down, aimed down. The safety is always on. The gun is never loaded until you're ready to shoot. You don't pull the trigger until your eyes on the iron sight. So we do ice climbing. I moved here 3 years ago. I got my Eagle Scout when I was 18 years old, on my 18th birthday. So I was just, one of the late ones. But and then I left scouting. So I retired 3 years ago and I moved here. And I was looking for an organization to help. And I thought, scouting would be a good one because of what they did for me. So I joined this troop 737 and they are next level. Remember, I'm from Louisiana. And they are doing winter wilderness survival. Okay? Oh yeah, come on, Doug, come on. So these kids build quinzies. Does anybody know what a quinzee is? I didn't know what that was. It's like an igloo. They pile the snow 8 feet high. They let it settle. The next day they go in and they start digging out into the pile. And they put sticks that are about a foot long. And when they get to a stick, they stop digging. Okay? And they're required to spend 2 nights in that igloo to earn their merit badge. At the end of the thing, we always leave things as we left them. We tear down the quinzies. It takes 5 scouts to stand on top of it to cave it in. It's that strong. But they do mountain climbing, mountain biking, whitewater rafting. I'm scared to death at some of these things, I did do a wilderness first aid class. And to be a part of the troop and help out in case anybody was hurt. But man, I'm scared I'm going to be the one that gets hurt. And they do caving. So the adventure is real for the guys and girls. We have McNeil. So summer camps. This year we went to McNeil Scout Ranch, and we did out-of-state adventures. But McNeil Scout Ranch is our scout ranch for Colorado, for Denver area. And if you haven't ever been there, I go every Tuesday during summer camp to cook for the scout masters that come from all over the country. Last week we had California, Florida, Texas, Oklahoma, and Colorado. So people come from all over the country to go to the scout ranch because it's so famous. We had people go to Philmont Scout Ranch. They did a riad. It's 3 weeks of backpacking, and they're required, and they went to the next level, and this was a girls group. They went to the next level, and they did 25 miles in 2 days, which I don't know how they did it, but so they hiked for three weeks. They pack in all their food, they pack in all their water, quite amazing. Northern Tier, and then we had 2 groups from our troop go to sea base, and that was scuba dive. As a kid, can you imagine scuba diving and sailing on a catamaran for a week? Right? It's tough. Yeah. My group, we had 5 Cub Scouts cross over and become Boy Scouts, or Scouts, and we went to Camp Ben Delator, which is west of Fort Collins. It is a dude ranch, so they have a chuck wagon and horses and all that stuff. It's a great camp, but it's spread out. So to get a merit badge for archery, you got to walk 1.5 miles. And unfortunately, adults have to walk with the kids to make sure they get there. So we did a lot of walking there. Yeah, that's it. So Eagle Scouts. So 737, I wouldn't call it an Eagle Scout factory. We started in the 70s. We've had 200 scouts become Eagle. We've had, I think, 16 or 15 girls achieve their rank of Eagle. And actually, Lisa Hansen's daughter was our 200th Eagle Scout, which is pretty remarkable. And the purpose of the Eagle Scout is to serve as a lifelong leader, a citizen, and steward of their community. Sounds like Rotary to me, right? Earning the highest rank signifies a master of scouting skills, a commitment to the Scout oath and law, and the completion of a significant service project. And I tell Scouts, I got jobs I should have never gotten. I'm telling you, there were much more qualified people than me. But because I had that Eagle Scout designation on my resume, it mattered. It really mattered. I tell them that the second week I was at a hospital, I was a hospital pharmacist, and I was probably a pharmacist for 4 years. The second week they asked me to be the weekend supervisor. And all the old guys that had been there for 20 years were like, what happened? What about me? I asked the supervisor, I asked the person who was running the pharmacy, I was like, what? Eagle Scout. That's what they did. So the Path Eagle, they start out as Scout, and then they go to Tenderfoot, second class, and first class. And as I said, each rank is required to have leadership positions and perform community service or service hours. And then, in addition to that, they are required to meet certain merit badges. And as I said, the merit badges are incredible. There are 164 merit badges, I think, about that number. And we have scouts that are going for all of them. I want to say, Amelie Anderson, who is an anomaly, Amelie the anomaly, she got her Eagle Scout at 13. Wow. She started when she was 10. I was her merit badge counselor on several merit badges. Nuclear science. Nuclear science. She's sitting across from me at 12 years old. And she had to, they type up all the reports and everything to hand to the merit badge counselor. And the merit badge counselor asks about 5 or 6 questions about the merit badge. If they don't know it, we send them back and say, rewrite it. She knew every answer. It was incredible. Really outstanding. Then the Star Scout, Life, Eagle, and then Eagle Palms. And Eagle Palms are anything, after you get 5 merit badges, after your required Eagle, you get a palm. And so a lot of people have, many palms on their uniform. That's what that's for. Okay, so we do conservation projects, we do flag ceremonies, and we also do flag burning or flag retirement program. So at every fire station and library in Jefferson County, there's a box, and if you have an old flag, bring it to that box, and we have a flag burning ceremony. And that's what, I don't have one, but there's a metal part of the flag after we retire the flags, and the fire cools, then we take the metal part out, and the scouts get the loot because they participated in the ceremony. So we do scouting for food, and we do the Eagle Scout projects, of course, are very intense. And we calculate that scouting in Colorado, Denver, our program probably donates about $5 million a year to the community through the Eagle Scout program. Yeah. Okay, so we're Troop 737, meet Monday nights, but if you are interested in, you have a grandchild or a child that wants to join, go to beascout.org. Okay? Any questions? Yes.
Actually, I have 2. Of course. My 2 questions are, how are you interacting by allowing girls in your troop? How does that impact the Girl Scout troops? Or is that even going? And secondly, the whole issue of girls' outstanding behavior, what does that, I've seen that in the schools, the leadership, the whole thing, it's a trend. What are you doing to support the boys in not just calling it quits and going, I'm going back to my sports?
Right. So the program, that's fine, just keep that one. Okay. So the first thing, Girl Scouts and Scouting America are 2 separate entities.
Okay.
And so the girls that join our program want to go hiking, camping, they like the merit badge program and moving up in rank and so forth. So we're filling a need that's not filled for Girl Scouts. Okay. And then the girls that want to join Girl Scouts, they like Girl Scouts. So in supporting the boys, I think having girls in the troops supports the boys. Because I think our numbers are increasing, our percentage of Eagle Scout accomplishments are increasing since girls have gotten in. Because the boys are seeing, I can do that. I'm not saying that that's what I do. I'm saying that's what the boys do. So, Does that answer your question?
Thank you.
I have a question. I remember in Cub Scouts, you did the 2-finger, so, and in Boy Scouts it's 3 fingers. So, can you tell me why?
No. I don't know why. I'm gonna Google it though.
I want to salute my fellow Life Scout. It's like Eagle Scouts Colonel, Life Scouts Lieutenant Colonels. We almost made it there.
I bet Caleb knows.
It's because in Cub Scouts, the 2 fingers is the ears on the wall.
Oh, okay. The two fingers are the ears of the wolf. Okay. Glad you're here, Caleb.
I was wondering, because of your program and what it means, the leadership, when you have been on a camp out or backpacking adventure, is there a moment in one of those adventures where you saw leadership from a young person, and maybe could you share what took place?
Yeah, I'm very naive, and I'm sure all of you are the same. But I think that in our souls, we want to be good people, and we want to help people. And that's why when I ask people for help, it never bothers me, because I think the human experience is that I want to do a good thing. I want to help someone, right? And so I think everybody's like that, and the Scouts are the same way. So on backpacking or camping, the last camp out we had was welcoming the new Scouts, and the first thing we teach them is first aid in case there's an emergency. And so the older Scouts stepped up and they taught the program, and watching them interact with the younger Scouts, because when they were younger Scouts, the older Scouts helped them. And they looked up to the older Scouts, right? And so now they're being looked up to. And so watching the transition from being a younger Scout to being an adult, an older Scout leader is fascinating. So that happens all the time. On hiking trails, the rule is the slowest person leads, so you don't leave anybody behind. And so those Scouts always kind of push the younger Scouts along and help them. But yeah.
My son's now 38, but he is an Eagle Scout. And he got my granddaughter involved in scouting, okay? She just got her tenderfoot. And they just, his troop just got back from Merriweather camp in Oregon. And great, they're there for a week. It's right on the ocean and so forth. So, and while he was in scouting, I was the Scout master. And so when he got involved with my granddaughter, of course, being an Eagle Scout, they jumped right on him in Cub Scouts. And he eventually became on the committee chair, but it helped him so much to grow. I mean, he was not outgoing or anything else. And like I said, my grandson isn't interested, but just to tell everybody, there's a separate, like you say, girl group within the troop, and then there's the boys. So the other thing is, I know it's no longer out there, but you were talking about shooting. My son was very involved in RAMS, which stands for Rifle, Archery, Muzzle Loading, and Shotgun. And in fact, he now is certified NRA in 8 disciplines of shooting, went to a couple of jamborees and taught shotgun. So that just shows
I
you.
forgot to mention the muzzle loader.
Yeah.
That's another program we have at the
My first trip west of the Mississippi was through the Colorado Springs Jamboree in 1960.
Oh my gosh.
I fell in love with Colorado and wound up moving here 50 years later. Are they still doing national jamborees?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I echo your comments about the Eagle Scouts on resumes. What I find is more often than not, it's on the resume. We need to get the Eagle Scouts to talk about that in their interviews.
Oh, yeah.
At the fire department, I see it all the time, and I'll ask, but they don't provide that. So there's some shyness still, and to me, it's a huge differentiator for looking at who I'm going to hire or not hire all the time.
Agreed.
At the fire department.
Yes.
So strong work.
Uncle Bill over here. I'm Sarah Powell, and I've had the pleasure of working with Uncle Bill for 18 years. And he became Uncle Bill 13 years ago. So, I'm a den leader, and I have been for a little while. I would like to say that it's a mentorship program for the parents. Not unlike Leadership Evergreen, but longer. So it's a community for the parents, and it's really great.
Yeah, and on that note, I will say, you know that when your child reaches a certain age, they stop listening to you. Has anybody experienced that? I've got. So you have another adult there that you can lean on and say, hey, can you tell what? Anyway, so yes.
Tell us who founded Scouting.
Yes, Lord Baden Powell.
Oh, her great grandfather.
No?
My last name is Powell.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna freak out, boy. Whoa. Lord Baden Powell started scouting because he was in World War I, and he realized a lot of his soldiers didn't have basic skills, cooking, camping, tenting. So when he got back, he started to train some of these soldiers, and he realized, I think I should do this with kids. And so he got, I think, 30 kids from all different walks of life. Very, very poor, very, very well off. Got them together, and they went camping on an island. That was the first camp out.
I just wanted to say, to your point, my son was in scouting, and I was actually the committee chair for a couple of years. Son left scouting for a variety of reasons, but some of my dearest friends, he left when he was, I think, 5th grade. Some of my dearest friends are still the people I met when he was in Scouts. So it's a phenomenal program for the kids and the adults.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Pastor. Is that what you're going to say?
You're forgiven, son. We have benefited from the program. We lost chapter, what did you call it?
Oh, y'all are 1776.
Yes, 17.
In Kittredge.
In Kittredge. And when we started, it was so small, but I think it's growing now. But we have benefited from those kids. They helped us with our Easter egg hunt and helped me stuff over 5,000 Easter egg, plastic Easter eggs, and also helped me with all this stuff that we're doing. And they're also planning with us on our Cannon Fest that's already coming. And not only that, but one of the young men who just did his Eagle project, we are the beneficiaries of that Eagle project, and he did an awesome fence around the whole church and the whole company. So thank you so much for the work that you're doing, and we need more mentors. And I now volunteer. I'm not a scout. I mean, I was never a scout, but I play basketball with the guys now.
It seems like we have a lot of comments. Do we have any other questions? Okay, and I would like to say, wow, thank you for this talk. You brought me back. I want to say personally that being an Eagle Scout is the reason I got a full ride scholarship to the School of Mines for ROTC, and I really believe that it's a big thing. There's no other program for kids that provide leadership opportunities like Scouting does. My daughter was a Girl Scout and my son was a Boy Scout. The difference between Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts is that Girl Scouts is more experiential and Boy Scouts is more about leadership. And it's really great that we're getting the girls have an opportunity for the leadership training as well. But anyway, thank you very much for your talk today. And
I'll add one thing. I'm also the chairman for Jefferson County, this district, for Scouting, and we need volunteers. So if any of you adults want to get back into Scouting and work at the council level, which is the highest level, I guess contact me.
Great. Yeah. And we'll see you next week on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And one of the missions of Rotary is stamping out polio. You are a Rotarian, or you are a Rotarian. I guess you can never not become a Rotarian once you are a Rotarian. And kind of like once you're an Eagle Scout, you're always an Eagle Scout. So in honor of you speaking today, we're going to donate 60 doses of the polio vaccine in your name. So, thank you. Okay, Youth Services meeting right after this meeting. And thank you all for coming. And with that, we're adjourned.